Welcome to Open Chair. I'm Ron, the OG barber, and that's Troy Mitchell, the OG barber over there. And we got a guest,
Derek Crocket.
Darren. Well, I call him Cat Eyes. We've been calling him Cat Eyes for the longest. But tell us your real name, though, Cat Eyes.
Derek Crocket.
Derek Crocket. All right, there you go. We got that squared away. All right, so we're going to talk about just life in L.A. and my brother is homeless and just how did it just, it just happens. A lot of people don't understand that, homelessness is like, it's like so many things happen at one time. You just can't bounce back. If stuff happens here and there, you can kind of, balance it back out. But if multiple things happen back to back, you can't recover. So Cat Eyes, tell us, what brought you to that point of being homeless?
Oh, well, the owner of the property I was living in, I was living inside a room, and the owners had selling the property. Me, I didn't have the money to move into something else, to another room, so I ended up living in my car. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, I've been stuck in my car. Even though I applied for other places like the community arm or stuff like that, 8, 10, 12 years ago, they haven't called me for a place. Other places haven't called me. So I did all I could do. So right now, I'm going on like 20 years. I've been homeless, staying inside my car.
Wow,
My
20
vehicle.
years.
Yeah, 20 years. Well, I told my brother about that. I said, it's been like 20 years.
So being homeless for 20 years, do you think that it has some impact on your mental health too?
I don't think it have any help on my mental health. I don't know. I got to the point. I don't got over all that stress and everything. Get to the point.
How long into being homeless did you just get to that point where you say like this is what it is and you just accepted it?
I don't know, it took years, but I really haven't accepted because I used to like to find somewhere, end up with a house of my own, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or get on low income, but it just haven't happened yet, you know what I mean? But in the meantime, I just do the best I can. I just take it as it is, you know what I mean? I accept it, you know what I mean? To the point, nothing I can do about it, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I understand that. It's like I said, when so many things happen back to back, it's really difficult to get out of the hole, especially here in LA. I mean, one bad mistake, it's like you pay for the rest of your life.
I think I'm paying for something I done many years ago when I was young. I always say that. I said, God probably making me pay for what I did years ago.
Wow.
I always say that. I told my doctor that. You know what I mean? When you finish,
What kind of doctors? A psychiatrist?
Psychiatrist.
Okay. So how long you been seeing your doctor?
Oh, I've been seeing the doctor for years.
Wow. So the doctor can't recommend resources for you to be able to get to me personally, I think doctors should be able to have access, especially mental health doctors should be able to have access to housing, to resources to help you at least have a place to stay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but a lot of people had how you said. A lot of people come to me and tell. I have a lot of friends who found places. Some last a year in their place because the contract is up for a year. I tell my sister and brother, I don't want that. I don't want to go in a place and stay just a year because the contract was a year. I didn't know until she explained to me the other day. My time was up there. You know what I mean? And she's on low income. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question. What if they say, okay, Cat Eyes, we have resources, but you would have to leave California. Would you be willing to leave California?
No, my sister or my son told me. Well, I was talking 3 or 4 days ago. They keep telling me, come stay with them in Texas. And they keep telling me, just come there. They've been telling me for so long.
What part of Texas, Cat Eyes?
Oh, no part of Texas. They never asked them. But he was telling me 4 days ago. You know what I mean?
Why you don't go? You just don't want to go?
I was trying to tell them on the phone, but I don't know how to tell them. I'm on the SSI. I don't know how it affect my income and stuff like that. To my doctors. There's little things like that. You know what I mean?
So how often do you go to the doctor?
Huh?
How often do you go to the doctor?
Me, I go to my doctor Well, right now, I don't actually go to a psych doctor. I go to my other doctor every 90 days. Before I go to a psych doctor for years, I quit going to a psych doctor. I go to another doctor, you know what I mean?
When did you say, you know what, I need to have someone to talk to? I mean, that's what pretty much a psych doctor do is more like somebody that you can
No,
express to.
this was something I had to say I have a psych doctor because of my exercise. That's the reason. It isn't that I want to do it. It's just
It
something
was a
I had-
requirement.
Yeah, I had to do that at the time.
Do you think it helps?
It's not, well, still a psych doctor? I don't know. We talk, really talking the same thing.
Does a psych doctor look like you?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. Do you think if you had an African American psych doctor evaluating you or treating you, that it would have a more of an impact in your life
Probably
versus
so. Probably
another
so.
a non-black?
Yeah, probably so. It probably would be a different,
In what way?
I wouldn't know. I have to have the doctor first, and I can tell you.
Well, an African American doctor would have a better mental equivalent of what you're going through, of your history, of our history as a people here. See, white folks have no idea what it's like to be black in America.
I agree.
That's why we have the race issue we have today.
I agree.
They won't even teach their history. They're so ashamed of it. To make it illegal to teach true history in 17 states, let you know that's one of the biggest problems in America is the race issue.
I agree with that.
And this being we talked about homelessness being a byproduct of capitalism. America is a great example of that. This great country, we're in a capitalistic society, but it has byproducts, homelessness, institutionalized racism.
You know what I said when I in the 90s they took off rent control. When they took off rent control, I knew that was the end of us African Americans, especially the black males. They made it extremely difficult for us to be able to have access to wealth building or resources, period. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And in the process, man, a lot of our brothers got sucked into that vacuum system, which what was designed to do, to suck us out of society. When I first came to LA, I've been out here for about, say 35 years. Skid Row didn't look the way it looked now. Skid Row was I would say Skid Row was really, it was like maybe about 3 blocks of mostly homeless people. Now, man, you can go down Alameda, Olympia, Wall Street. Man, it looked like a whole nother city within a city.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's unbelievable. But most of the people that's down there, guess who they look like?
Us.
They look like me and you.
Right.
And to me, when I hear them talk about, oh, we need to help the homeless and this, you can't really start helping the homeless people until you deal with the policies. The policies created it.
Yeah, you have to deal. There's anything else. You have to deal with the cause, not the effect.
Yes, you're right.
Deal with the cause. If you deal with the cause, the effects disappear.
Yes, sir.
That's what
I
anything.
agree with you.
Deal with the cause. Treat the cause, not the effects.
Because I said, and then one time they was talking about like taking all the homeless people, putting them out there in the desert. You ever seen that movie Mad Max?
No.
Yeah, they was talking about doing some stuff like that. Yeah, they was talking about doing some stuff like that.
There's a part of our society who believes in throwing things away, but
Yes.
you can't throw anything away.
Well, when they look like
you
us.
You can't throw garbage away. Look what's happening in the ocean. We throw garbage in the ocean. The ocean throws it back into
Yes.
the beach. You can't throw people away. 90% of everybody in jail is going to eventually come home.
So
we can't keep treating the effects. We must treat the cause.
Yes, I agree
and
with
deal
you.
with the causes.
Now, Cat Eyes, when your people reached out to help you, why you didn't accept the help?
You mean my son?
Yeah, your son.
Oh, because for number one, I wasn't looking for that kind of help. Number one, I was doing something. I overdraw my banking account. I was minus $67. I was shaking. How to do? Because while 5 or 6 years ago when I did that, I bought a Boston baked bean for 25 cents at the gas station down here. It's where Superfoods gas station is. Every transaction was $25 off of 25 cents. I didn't understand it. I go to the bank, they told me I owed $750. And they show me the printout, 25 cents, $25. It came to what? $4 and something I had spent at that gas station. Because I didn't have no money in it. I was just giving you credit. I knew you put it back in that same day. So it was my first time doing it. And so I argued with him to the point that Crocket said, by the transaction only being 25 cents like that, we're gonna delete that. We're not gonna charge you $7.50. We're just gonna charge you that. The next time I'll do it. So when I was minus $67 the other day, I got nervous and I called my son. He sent me the money to get out. And they said, Pop, we ain't got to go through that. They said, keep telling you, come live with us. I didn't want to hear it because I didn't call to hear nothing like that. I called just one thing, to get help.
How old is your son, Cat Eyes?
My son's 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many kids he got? He got any?
Oh, he got one daughter in Alabama.
Okay.
Lady.
Now, why you don't just give it a chance?
I've been
Have you been down there before?
No, I want to ask you how it went. I want to ask you earlier, how's Texas?
Texas.
I like Texas.
If you ask me this right here question, would I rather be homeless in L.A. or have a place to stay in Texas? I'm gonna pick a place to stay in Texas.
Yeah, because I can
Hands
survive
down.
anywhere. So I ain't gonna step aside.
Hands down.
Yeah.
And I just came back from a week in Texas.
Just came back?
My daughter lives in Texas. Both my daughters live in Texas. One outside Dallas, one in Austin. I'm relocating to Texas next year.
Oh, you gonna move next year? All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
California's
to
gotten very expensive. I mean, it's too, and I don't want to. The model says you should only spend about 30 to 32% of your income on housing. In California, you spend about 75% of your income on housing. That leaves you nothing to really live off of.
I think too, Brother Troy, it's like this. When you get a certain age in life, certain things don't weigh as much as they used to weigh back when you was 20s.
Exactly. We don't.
You
I don't
feel
care
me?
about, you don't need the fancy car. You don't need
I don't need the fancy cars. I don't need the big house.
we learned that we're not living.
All
with
those
people.
things, they don't matter. They don't hold as much weight as they used to. You know what I mean? So I tell my old lady, she's like, I want to move to Arkansas. This. I say, you know what? The way life is shaping here in California, you have to be a fool to stay here and not be able to have a quality of life.
Exactly.
And the older you get, it's more about the quality of life. I can't produce what I used to produce at 20.
Right.
I get tired now.
I
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to
You know what I'm
work. I don't want to
saying?
work that hard again. I don't want to
Yeah.
work 60, 75 hours a week anymore.
So I don't know, Cat Eyes. I was you. I think about it.
That's what I've been doing.
At least go down there and check it out. Say, you know what? I'm gonna spend a week or two down here and check it out. And then if I like it, okay, I'll mess with it. If I don't, then I'll just decide.
That's what after I hung the phone at their phone call. I ain't gonna lie. They gave me the confirmation number for when you go with the money. What you just said, I thought about it, Ron. I said, but you know something? I need to at least go out there and just see. Go out like I said, he thought about that.
Yeah,
that
you might get out there and be like, you know what, man, it ain't as bad as I thought.
Yeah, you have to think about what's in my world. The most important thing to me is family.
Yeah.
All of my family's in Texas. My kids, my grandkids are in Texas. I've got 2 sisters in Carolina, but family is the most important thing to me.
Yeah,
I have no family here in California. I mean, I'm like, why am I here?
Yeah.
The guy was talking to me yesterday at the truck driver at Arco. He putting the gas in. You know, I was out there hand pedaling, and he was telling me, look, man, your problem is, he said, what's your name? I said, Derek. He said, your problem is you need to ask your family for help. You got to start with your family. I told my family want to help. He said, somebody help you. Be serious. Go to your family. I'm telling you. He was telling me how he was homeless. He stayed in Compton, in Watts right now, he said. He said, I was a homeless man for a while. It took me 5 years. I got myself together. I've been driving truck for 30-something years now. But he said, I was homeless. You know what I mean? He said, my family helped me. He said, go to your family. I'm telling you, man. The first thing came to my mind when he said that, I thought about my son and my daughter-in-law. You know what I mean? But I kept telling them my family will help me. I didn't want to bring up my son. I was talking about my sisters and brothers won't help me. First time I thought about it. He's right. My son,
when you first got homeless, who was the first person you asked for help?
I never asked nobody for help.
No, I'm just okay. Since you didn't ask nobody for help, what was the first person that said, "Hey, you know what? Darren is my brother. You know, hey man, I'm here for you."
None of them.
None of them. Now, have you ever helped those people before?
To me? Mm-hmm. And
like you know, if whether it's financial
me, my sister and brother, or you mean my son?
Your sisters and brothers.
No, what I did, my son did 18 years in prison. I had to send him money. You know, that's the one who at the porch who was talking the other day. Only thing he did for me, when I was doing the sign, he got my truck towed to the thing. But other than that, like I told Dexter, you owe me. You know what I mean? I looked at you I looked at you for a long time. I haven't seen him dime. I had my truck when he got out. I did something to help him make money. You know what I mean? Something illegal.
Yeah.
I did that. Get him on his feet. I did a lot for Dexter. But he don't help me. I only been to this house 3 times. The 3 times I've been there was like this. He needed me to help him take a big color TV in there. His girlfriend needed me to put something together.
Is he your younger brother or older
He's
brother?
my baby brother.
Oh, he's the baby
I'm
brother.
the oldest. I'm older than all of them. I'm the big brother now.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
How many was it of y'all?
Huh?
How many brothers and sisters did you have?
Oh, it was 6 boys and 5 sisters.
Oh,
11 of them. But I got to take something back now. I ain't gonna lie. My brother Ronald ended up homeless. He ended up in on Main Street in a little room. Now I got to think about that. He did tell me I can come stay. He said, "Can I? I got a little small bed, but we can share it." Now that brother did simply and offer me.
Now, that the one that wear the glasses?
Ronald, yes, my brother
Okay,
Ronald
okay.
got eyes like me and shit. You know?
Okay. No, I don't know him.
Yeah.
Man. I know your other brother.
He did. He was serious, bro. He said, "Ain't no big. I ain't got a big place. I got a small bed, but you come. We can share the bed." And I just looked at Ronald and laughed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even if you don't take it, it do feel good for one of your family members to look, man. I got you.
Push comes to shove.
I might not have it all, but I got enough. I'm willing to share.
Yeah,
I'll share it with you.
But now my sister, my young guy said, when the kid guy said, "Cat, how can you be out there? It's real cold. My toes be freezing." I don't tell them that. He said, "Cat, we be freezing up in here, and they in the house." He said, "You need to come down here, Cat, when it's cold." My sister guy said,
Where your sister at then?
Right down the street on Raymond.
Oh, okay, she ready.
She said you can come and shower, Cat, and everything. When she offered me, like I told Terry, she offered me the move in. Nah, $400 a rent.
Let me ask you a question.
I don't pay no $300-$400 a month.
So it was like, how was you feeling? Were you feeling like devastated? Like, damn, man, I helped these rascals and, they don't want to throw me a bone. I mean, I need a little help. You just like, whatever.
But see, like I tell people, if I knew what I knew then, I would never did it. I just didn't know I was in a situation to the point I need them. Mm-hmm. See, back then I never needed them. Even when I became homeless, I still have my truck. I still do my own thing. I really need them. Never asking for nothing. Now I ask. I go down and wash dishes, sweep the floor. I ain't never done none of that stuff for them. You know what I mean? For years. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They always come and borrow money from me. They had a job working at the school board and everything. They come to me and borrow $300 or $400. I have to have it. My brother Dexter called me from the road. Give Dana such amount of money. Then they come. I kick it for him. His daughter come from San Bernardino. I give it to him. When he come back, he paid me. It was like that. I always had the money to do this. When I lost my truck, when everything went bad for me. I never needed them for all the years.
How did you lose your truck?
Huh? Truck was like all raggedy and everything.
Okay.
I jumped the truck. It was running bad. It's hard for me to get a smog and everything. I missed my truck. I'm down there.
Now that was the truck you talking about. You helped me to move when I had moved my stuff. Okay.
But people see me down in Hampton. They mention they come up my Magnum and my trucks and stuff. And I tell them I don't have that stuff. So I said, if I had that stuff, you wouldn't be down here. I wouldn't be down here before you talk to. I'd be in the cut in my car. You would never met me down here.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be asking for no money to have my truck. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, you trying to tell me, you're right, Cal, you have to do that. I didn't know I would need these people, my brother and my sister, when I had all that. I need them. And God is teaching me a lesson. You know what I mean? Let me learn.
You know what, man? This be old saying my OG used to say, you don't know people until when you need them. Then you'll find out who's who.
Right.
That's real talk. You find out who's who when you need them.
Right.
As long as you don't need them, everybody, I help you. As long as they know you don't need your help, they good.
They're good.
But when you actually need their help, then they'll show you what they really are. You feel me? And you be like, well, damn, I went above and beyond for you, and you won't even do half for me what I did for you. That's like a cold slap in the face.
I got that cold slap in the face. I had hit my lowest ebb here in Southern California. Mm-hmm. I wrote myself a note one day. At 35 cents to my name. I was sleeping on somebody's couch because I got put out. I came to California to get married for the 3rd time. I had known my ex-wife had mental issues. She was bipolar, schizophrenic, agoraphobic, homicidal, suicidal, clinically diagnosed. I didn't realize it. I got put out.
Troy, let me ask you, when did you know she was crazy? I mean, that she was mentally ill.
Talking to herself?
When did you like no, wait a minute, something ain't right.
I said that, and she said she fessed up. I'm bipolar, schizophrenic. I hid it my whole life, but I just can't hide it no more. Because we would get, and
Was she on medication?
yeah, I did, but she was popping pills like Tic Tacs. I said, well, this still make no sense. So I told her, you need to stop taking those pills, and she did. That's when she lost control. Yeah. I didn't know that actually needed the pills to be normal.
Keep her stable.
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question, Cat Eyes. So, being homeless, as long as you've been homeless, do you think that messed with your mental illness? I mean, did you think that created some form of disconnection to society?
Oh.
Like because to me, we all from LA. When you be in LA and you see people talking to themselves, it's like we walk past homeless people every day, all day, and it's like they don't exist. They're like invisible.
Invisible people.
Like invisible people. And you don't talk to somebody for long enough, you will start talking to yourself. You will start imagining that you're hearing things, imagining that you're seeing things. Yeah, that's real talk. This is facts.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I've talked to myself for a long time. Because I used to tell people, sometimes I need intelligent conversation.
I haven't got to that point because even though I'm homeless and everything, even though I'm always sitting in the corner in my van and stuff, people always come around talking to me anyway. I'm out on the street.
Yeah,
I'm always.
Well, see, but Cat Eyes, but you're around here, and you're around people that kind of know you in some aspect. You're native Pasadena's. People kind of know you from around. They know your family. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know Dennis was your brother until a couple of years ago.
Right.
And I had been knowing Dennis for at least 20-some years, man, when Dennis riding the motorcycles and all that stuff back in the day. When his son was little. When I said little, I'm talking about 4.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? 4.
He's a big yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't know because I'm not from here. But when I come across homeless people, I normally don't give them nothing. I give them advice. Troy, you know the advice I give them. Look both ways before you cross the street.
And don't point nothing at the police.
And don't point nothing at the police. You know what I'm saying? But it's some homeless people, because I'm a spiritual person, and me and Troy, we talk about this stuff all the time. I can connect with people's spirit.
Yeah.
One time, I was in here cleaning up. It's like about 5:30 in the morning. And this woman's spirit called out to me. Now, this is crazy. And you might not believe this. Her spirit called out to me. And I was like, man, somebody's calling me. I'm in here sweeping. I'm just playing my little music, just doing my little thing, whatever. Her spirit called out to me. Now, she was over there by the trash can, laying down, not bothering nobody, but she was woke. So I was like, damn. I said, somebody's calling me. Then I looked outside. You just feel like you're hearing something, but you ain't hearing something. Yeah, so I go over there, and I gave her a couple of dollars and stuff, right? And she said, do you want me to help you? Like, clean up in here and stuff. And I said, no. And then she said, thank you. She tried to shoot a little shot. Thank you, handsome. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she tried to flirt.
Right.
But I think sometimes us as African American, we disconnect from our people. And that's not a good thing. Now, it's different when a homeless guy got an attitude and he trying to be tough or whatever. But when a homeless person is just down on their luck, I think us as African people, we shouldn't turn our back on them. Right. It's our responsibility. I always say this, and Troy heard me say this all the time. There's 2 sets of responsibilities that we have. We have an individual responsibility and we have a group responsibility. Now, you hold my sign sometime, right? I had another dude, I asked him, he was begging me from at the gas station. Man, let me hold some money, OG. I said, look, man, I'll let you hold a sign, but I ain't into giving grown men money. I don't do that.
I'm the same way. You remember?
You know what I'm saying?
What's the guy's name? He's a motorcycle. I've got his name too, but he was begging outside the big lots. And I felt bad. He's an African-American male. I said, no. It hurt me watching beg white people for money. I said, bro, I don't give grown men money because anything I give you, I can't give my grandchildren. But I tell you what, I'll give you a chance to earn some money. Feel good about yourself. I'm not going to give you out here begging for a quarter. I'll pay $20 to clean my motorcycle. And he started him motorcycle up every week. I said,
Oh, you talking about your boy James? Huh?
James, I couldn't. Yeah.
Now the dude that I was gonna let hold the sign, right? He followed. All right. I'm come right over there. So when I walked out the gas station, he followed me. He came over. I gave him the sign like I gave you. I gave him the sign. Before I can make it back in here after giving the sign, he followed me in here talking about the sign that's too heavy. I said, man, that sign weighed about what, maybe 1.5 pounds or something, maybe 2 pounds at the most. I said, man, come on, bro, you don't want to work.
Yeah,
I said, that's all it is.
That's too much like work.
You like out there begging people. You done lost your self-respect of yourself and your manhood. You willing to beg these people for something that you can do for yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That way, Ben stood out there when I first went down there. Ben stood down there, and a lady asked him, some Ben's old man.
Okay.
He drinks a lot. You know, every morning he wakes up, he goes straight to the liquor store.
That's the one be on the cane?
On the cane.
Yeah.
He's a stand right. You probably seen him. He's stand across the street.
He from like islands of Jamaica.
Belize or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. The lady asked him, I got $3 for it. I give you $3. Guess what some change? He said, I got $3 for it. She told him, I'm standing eating a burrito. She said, I give you $3 if you watch my window. He said, exact words he said, fuck that shit. I'm too old for that shit. I don't need that $3. He told him just like that.
Wow.
I'm sitting there, I said, damn, man.
No.
He want that $3 that bad he had to watch the window. He thought he probably too good for that shit. You know what I mean?
And you know what, man? Like a couple of years ago, homeless people weren't as aggressive as they are now. One time I was downtown L.A., this homeless guy. Now, I didn't ask the Negro to wash my windows or nothing. I pull up, he just jumped on the car and start wiping the windows. Man, he had mud all over my windows. You know I was so hot.
I know you were.
I said, man, if I ain't have my old lady in the car, I would probably would have whipped his butt. That's how mad I was, man. I'm talking about it was mud all over my window. He had some kind of like bottle. He squirting stuff on it. Oh, I was so hot.
He did a good job in a whole different.
No, I didn't ask him to do it.
Understand.
I just pull up.
Right.
I just pull up. He just jumped on the car and started doing it. I was,
to the point.
you know, I was hot, man. I was so mad.
It got so crazy because people just turn their washers on. The window. I got my own window washer. I got more.
Yeah.
I can wash my own windows, man. No, don't do that.
Another guy come down here. Every time he sees me, he give me $65 to do it. When I did both ones, he gave me $10. He come every week. He said, you know what you do? You go in there, I do the windows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said, do the back this time.
Who is he black?
No, Mexican.
Oh, okay. You know, man, that's why I say, you know.
White boy gave me $100 last Sunday. Came to say, God bless you. Walked over, I didn't even ask him. He walked over, all across the
Broke
pump.
bread with you, huh?
Gave me $5.20. I jumped. Another white boy gave me $50. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
I'm about to hit you up for a long time. You know? You got more money than I thought you had, cat.
Money gone. I get my
I'm fucking with you, man. I'm fucking with you, man. But I'm like this right here, though, Cat Eyes, man. On the real, I think us as black men, if we have something that we can allow a homeless brother to do, that he showed that he's mentally stable enough to do it, I think we should do it. I think we should do it. Let him do it. But my problem is this right here. When I see homeless black men that are begging black women for change, I don't like that.
Well, they've lost all self-respect for themselves, and they have no form of manhood anymore.
You know, because I had a couple of young kids, like little young dudes. You see him, little homeless cat be walking around here. He a little homeless youngster, about maybe in 20, maybe 30.
The black dude?
Yeah, kind of stocky now.
Stocky, right. With pants hanging.
Yeah,
Underwear.
You know, I remember the youngster when he was a kid. So I was gonna let him hold the sign one day. This is before I, let you hold it. Let you do it. This Negro, he tried to bang on me. He started throwing up gang signs at me. How you homeless and trying to be a gang member? You feel how crazy that sound? I said, man, this is crazy. You trying to bang on me that I knew you when you was a kid.
Yeah.
And you out here begging.
Yeah, and you out here begging. I said, man, this is crazy. But then I see him talking to himself, and then I have to just look over, mental illness and kicked in on him. A lot of people think that, black people, especially us black men, we were stronger mentally years ago than what we are now. These young guys now, the most of the homeless people I see now, they're younger. They're not old people no more. They're younger guys. They in their 30s now.
You got something a little younger than that.
Yeah, I see it now. Because I
The
said,
upbringing was totally different.
yeah,
Our parents did their best to prepare us.
that's true.
They
That's
did
true.
their best to prepare us.
That's true.
And what happened, our generation didn't do that. We spoiled our kids. We gave them everything. Our parents made us work for stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Our generation, we gave our kids stuff.
I think that, we all are 1 or 2 paychecks from being homeless.
Oh, yeah.
The way white America has structured the system of white supremacy in America. Us as black men, sometimes we can reach a level of success and we forget who we are. We forget that it just takes one illness
What
to
we
happen
forget,
to us
Ron,
for us to
what
get
you
sick.
brought up.
You know what I mean?
It's
Just one
group.
illness.
We forget about the group responsibility.
Yes.
Like me, for instance, like me down in Hampton, it took me a long time before I decided to do that. And I kept saying I need to help, and I don't like doing it. It's like being on the 4 or 5. I don't want to do it, but I do it just as survival and keep me from selling drugs and shit. That was my next move, was to sell drugs. Shit.
Now, have you ever been like addicted to anything, like
Drugs?
drug wise?
Yes.
What was your choice of addiction?
I used to do when I was younger, and when I was 18, 19, I was doing the sherm, and as years went on, the cocaine came. I started doing cocaine.
How was you doing sherm? Through cigarettes?
No, to more cigarettes. The brown one, yes.
Yeah.
But I,
See, back in then when I first came, Cat, he was selling sherm sticks. They cigarettes, they dipping in vitamin fluid, and niggas wilding out. I mean, one cat, he smoked that cigarette, man. He smoked that sherm, man. He become like the Incredible Hulk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You had to get up out of there.
Right.
Well, I'm free. He can break his arm and still be lifting.
right. Some
You feel me?
some people have a certain effect on different.
Yeah,
effects.
for real. That's real talk.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, because I'm from Arkansas, man. We didn't have really drug addicts like that. They started coming when I left. That's when crack started floating around.
Right.
But when I came out here, man, crack was like on steroids, man. It was like everybody, their mama was smoking and selling.
Right.
Everybody. That's when Daryl Gates was the chief of
LA.
LA. Yeah, they had the battle ram knocking your whole front end of your
yeah.
house out.
Right.
Wrong houses. They was getting away with all that stuff.
Right.
My thing is that when you look at black homelessness, if you don't talk about the policies and you just point at the end results of policies that they put in place, it does a disjustice to the people, to the victims. To me, most black men and most black women are victims of America's policies, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The policies. Like, Randy, right?
Which friend you talking about?
The movie man.
The movie man, right.
So he said he went to the Section 8 thing, right? He said out of 70 people that were qualified for Section 8, that the little class they go through or whatever when they give it to him, he said it was only him and one other black person. Everybody else in there was non-black. Everybody, he said, was Asian, Hispanics, Armenians, everybody, Indians, everybody was in there but us. But when they show and try to show people who are on the system, they show our faces.
And that's to perpetuate the racism.
Now, don't get me wrong, Cat Eyes. We all have an individual responsibility. You feel me? We have an individual responsibility. That's why I be on my son so tough. Like, yo, man, this is real. They're creating a system that you're not going to be included if you don't get a skill.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible to stay in California now without a skill.
Right.
Almost impossible.
Yeah.
You can't just say, oh, I'm going to work at so-and-so. If it ain't a skill that's in demand, you ain't going to make it. You ain't making it out here. And then with your skill, you better be on the top of the game of it. You feel me? You got to be top of it.
Right.
That's real talk.
I agree.
Because once you get in the hole, it's almost impossible to get out of the hole. They said the average homeless person, it'll take almost $50,000 to prepare them for what's demanding skill level now.
Damn.
You feel me? It's almost like opening up a business.
You're right.
For real. But just to get a person prepared to be able to survive in California, especially LA, with the prices, the way things are. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I ain't saying there's no hope for us, but it's difficult.
Right. I just want to say something. Was home with the gas station saying yesterday, the guy driving the truck, about going to your family help you, and you asked me too about how come my family trying to help me. Just say like me, I'm homeless, right? This ain't got, I'm broke, no money. My truck broke down. I need $50 to get my truck towed to the shop. I ain't telling you to get it out the shop. I'm just asking for $50 to put it in the shop. You know what I mean? My nephew tell me in front of his mom and his sister them, I give you 50. Right now, you gotta give me back 100. I said, you kidding, Maurice? He said, no, I'm serious.
Wow.
I mean, that's why I was telling the guy yesterday who's driving the truck, no, my family won't help me. I was trying to tell people, no.
Now, whose son is that?
Huh?
Whose son is that?
My sister, my girl.
Now, to me, if that was my nephew, have resources, and he's trying to manipulate the situation that his uncle is in, I'm going to check him.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me? I'm going to check him. I'm going to check him raw. You feel me? Because we don't do family that way. And it has to come from the old heads in the house. The old heads, his mama, other elders in the family say, no, you don't do it like that. We don't do each other like that. We don't try to take advantage of each other while they down.
I was telling my brother Dexter put up in the porch, I heard about what Maurice tried to do. Why he came and got my truck. He said, man, I get your truck. You got to go through that. I was telling my son that night, the other night, that. He said, what, Pop? He said, yes. I said, Maurice told me he already gave $50. I told him I need my truck to the shop. I said, Maurice, son, I ain't asked him to take it out the shop. I just told him to give me, I just told all of them, just help me get it in the shop. And I told all of them, I got on my knees. I said, I'm glad it ain't my van that broke down. I know you guys would be glad. I hate to share that with you, Ron, but I told them that in their face, all four of them right there. I said, my van, I said, you got to be glad that van break down. I told my son on the phone, I told Dexter. I said, you guys, I said, this white boy helped me. He just said he put his money, he got his money tied up in other things. But I said, I told Terry, it's a scary thing to say, but I told Terry, I hope this van don't break down. Because I see when my Magnum broke down, I didn't have no help. I see when I came homeless, nobody helped me. I told everybody, but I understand back then, I understand now, I take it serious. The van's all I got. I told my guy on
Now, let me ask you, is the van registered? Is it up, tags?
They tagged everything.
How did you get the van?
My niece sold it to my niece. She used to sold it to me. You know, I gave her so much that I gave her like $100 a month. You know what I mean?
Okay, she showed you some love. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's great.
I had to go to her to get the $50. She charged me $15 off the $50.
Man, what kind of family you got, man? Shit.
I was
strictly business.
I was $65.
Damn.
I could actually think, I don't want to buy homeless with my money. Come on, Shanita.
Wow,
You know
that's crazy.
That's the one when people tell me, years ago I tell people I don't have no family out here. You know what I mean? I have to tell people.
Well, you know
Well,
what?
if they treat you like that, you didn't have family.
You know what?
Family don't do that.
They're not family. You know what they are? They're just relatives. Those are people you just related to.
Well,
A family don't do
that.
family don't do family like that.
That's right.
You feel me? Family don't do each other like that.
Yeah.
Family don't cheer each other's downfall or try to take advantage of you being in the situation that you're in.
But I always said when I had my truck, I said I was gonna have my truck. I always said I know a lot of you guys be glad when I hit rock bottom. Even though I'm homeless, I told Dexter, I said, he said, brother, don't talk like that. I said, no, I said, no, you guys be glad when I go all the way down. You know, I've always felt that. I told my doctor, I said, I really feel it. He said, Crock, you feel like that? I said, of course I do. I said, I don't know, God just telling me this. I feel when things get real bad for me, and things were really bad for me back then. I was just homeless. Things are bad for me now. And I said, I know, I was trying to tell him the other day, I know you can't wait till everything. I'm back I'm on a bus bench.
Now, let me ask you a question. Now, I have seen this. I ain't gonna say it's crazy, but I have seen homeless relationships where homeless men find them a homeless woman. Have you ever found you a homeless woman?
No.
You ever been? Can you date homeless?
No, I don't. That's the thing in my mind is a woman. I can barely take care of myself.
I'm just saying, guys.
Ron, I've seen the same thing.
I've seen homeless relationships.
My friend Johnny, the woman he with right now, he sleeps in the corner at Bank of America. He sleeps right next to the church right there where harvest time is. He sleeps on the ground. His girl had passed. His other girl had passed away. About 8, 9, 10 months. He got a girl now. They're at the park. He almost money. They're at the park now. Sitting up there now. He's homeless. Oh, but I take it back. I take it back. I ain't gonna say she homeless. She just be with him. Like she go visit her mom and everything. But seems like she homeless because she always with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They
Now,
always
now
together.
would you date? Would you date if a homeless lady holler at you or whatever you holler at her?
I gotta like her for me to do something like that. I just, you know.
If I was
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I'm gonna tell you a secret. When I was in prison, this white lady, Mr. Kellerman, she had twin sons. One was a sheriff in Santa Clarita, right?
Mm-hmm.
She told me in prison, Darren, parole to me, like that. She said, parole to me. I was young, had long hair way down there. She said, parole to me. She said, Darren, I'm supervisor of the post office. So I got a job for it. I got a 19, whatever year it was, she had a car for me, like new.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't parole for her. So I ended up going, so she come visit me in the halfway house in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
She brings the two little young girls, they virgins and stuff. She tell me all of it. She said, Darren, can you start going to church with me? I said, Linda, no, I'll be the only black there. She said, you right, Mr. Crocket. Darren, you be the only black in the church. There's a 1,000-member church. And so she said, I was just kidding when I said I only be the only black. She said, no, you wouldn't be the only black here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I go back to prison, and she ends up getting married. You know what I mean? And she like me and blame that on me.
Did she marry a black dude or a white dude?
Why you? But her daughter got kids. Her daughter said in Oregon or something like that. She told me got a kid by a black man. You know what I mean? First two are white, and the third one is by a guy there is black. I said, wait till you're there. My daughter act black. She's
Now, Kelly, how long was you in jail?
Oh, I was in jail at that time, like 19-something months when I.
I'm talking about just the whole amount of time that you did in the prison system.
Oh, that's hard to say, man. I've been in prison 11 times. It's hard to say how many. It's hard to say, because I go to prison, stay in prison for 2 days sometimes. I want to tell people, it's kind of right.
Okay, what's the stretch time? Just like the longest.
Most of it there, I think 27 months.
Okay, so a little bit, 2 years, and a little bit some change.
Something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
6 months, you know what I mean?
What was that? What was that about? I mean,
Huh?
what was the crime?
All behind drugs.
Drugs, selling, using,
Huh?
selling.
All the time I used. I was using, especially back when I first going, I was using.
What year was that?
Huh? Oh, back in 90. My first time going to jail back in 87.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's when crack was on steroids
Right,
back
King
then.
Man jumping and everything
Oh, yeah.
on back there.
Oh, yeah.
Crack
Oh,
is
yeah.
everywhere. You know, you see
You know,
black-
man. See, when I first came out here, man, I was in Watts, Compton, and I got some people out there, and so my man was like, I said, y'all have poverty. I said, man, but if you come to where I'm from, it's a totally different world. I said, this is like luxury. I said, y'all got violence. I said, y'all have violence. We don't have as much violence as y'all, but we got poverty. I can take you to some places in Arkansas. You think you're in Africa. You feel me? For real. But it had a different mentality than what you had here. Because I said, man, when I first came, I said, man, they was talking about like the Mexicans work so hard and all that shit. I said, look, bro, I can bring a truckload of Negroes from Arkansas. We can outwork any Mexicans. You have to make us go home. You feel me? It's different now.
Yeah.
It's different now than what it was back then. So now I said, you know what? The biggest problem that we're facing as black men in America, especially in the big cities, are a lack of desire to do for self other than basketball and entertainment. It's okay to have an infrastructure. You have to have infrastructure. You got to have plumbers, electricians, carpenters, welders. All these skills are in demand, and our black men are not taking advantage of it.
And like you said before, Ron, they took them out of high schools. They took
Yes.
the trade class out of high schools.
Yeah, and
You
they
don't learn- you
moved
don't
them out
learn-
of our
you
locations. See,
don't
when I
learn
first
trade
came to
in high school.
Pasadena, Jackie Robinson had a lot of those skills centers over there. But they moved them to El Monte. They moved them to Rosemead and East L.A. They got them away from us.
Right.
You feel
And
me?
guess what? That's here in a democratic state.
Yes.
My daughter teaches in Texas. They have them in the public school in Texas.
Mm.
She takes her car to the school or for the mechanic shop to check it all the time. They still have the trade schools in Texas, which is a red state.
Yeah.
And studies have shown we as African Americans do better in red states
Oh,
than blue
Yeah,
states.
that's real talk. Now let me ask you something, Cat. Okay, for you, I know you had your hauling and you did the metal and stuff like that. For you to think what would it take for you to get back into society? Or do you want to get back in
I
society?
want to get back. I want to now go buy me a scratcher. Hope I can win. Like Nuruddin Muhammad and his wife told me this morning. Cat, you need your truck. Even the white boy, he drew. You know what I mean? He said you need your truck. You know what I mean? A lot of people.
How did you end up losing the truck?
Huh?
What happened with the truck?
Man, I told you the truck was running real
Oh,
bad.
it broke down?
It was hard to. I couldn't get it past small. No, it was still running. It was just hard to turn. It was bad. It wasn't the same. Shaking and everything. You know what I mean? Mirror hanging all down.
How long did you have the truck?
Ooh, for damn near 12, 13 years.
Oh, okay. Damn, you must have had that for a minute then.
I didn't realize people was like, I would end up like this, like I said, because I always had my truck, I always did. That's why I tell people, they always try to bring it up to me. And actually, I said, I wouldn't be asking for no change. I had my truck, you wouldn't even see me without it. Then they look at me like I'm trying to get smart with them, but I'm not trying to get smart with them. I'm just telling the truth. You ain't never seen me. I used to come and give standing people money. When I had my truck, I didn't ask somebody for nothing. I did a lot for a lot of people, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know. I just know I be in the spirit. Probably the way God is giving it back to me on his own way, because I'm down. Like I say, he probably sent me a message. I keep telling people I'm gonna come above this. I will rise. Okay, I got hit a lot of somehow, somewhere. I really believe. I got that faith. I'm gonna tell you, like I told Keith, guys, I'm gonna come back up. I told White Boy, I will come. I will bounce, but this time more stronger. Like the pastor said, you know what I mean?
So what skill level do you have? Just say outside of hauling and doing things of that nature. What other skills have you acquired just over your lifetime? You know, can you weld, plumbing?
No, I do. I weld a little bit in San Gabriel, to General Relief. I weld down there. I weld a little bit in prison.
Okay.
But
so you do have some.
Though.
You have some. Okay, what skill do you say that's concrete that you got to work with right now?
I can say right now painting.
Paint. Okay.
So
you can do some you can do some handyman services and stuff like that.
I was in Job Corps. I said help. I built a fire station, but now they got drywall. Back then you use veneer. You put yourself on the wall. They don't have that anymore.
So if I have a customer that come in here and say, hey, you know what, man, I'm looking for a painter.
Right, you can call me.
And I can endorse you.
Right.
Give you as a reference.
Right.
And say, hey, man, Cat Eyes, you ain't gonna let me down, are you?
Nope, I can show you some more jobs.
Because I have got burnt before. I co-sign on people, man. They don't show up.
Paint's my thing.
Okay.
Oh, my mama told me when I first get my business card made up, when I first got out of prison, she had a skill. Because back then I told me some of the things I could do. He said, Cat, once you put, I said, no, Muhammad, that'll take up too much time. I can't do the hauling and do those other things. You know what I mean? Because but people call me because White Boy's going through. He not do all kind of trade, plumbing. Then he's doing a big major job of framing and stuff like that for people all down here, all out there. He's very good, but he gets a lot of plumbing things to the point. It takes them long to get the other job done. You know what I mean?
Now let me ask you a question, guys. Now they got like a little labor thing down off of that lake in.
I can't do it. Come on, I'm just trying to get to it. I can't do it. Come on, SSI.
Oh, okay. So
I would have been found me. I probably been left. I probably been left here and went to Texas years ago with my son.
So let me ask you. So SSI should be able. You should be able.
It's I can tell a lot of people telling niece Quita got blue eye. The Mauricio guys, the young 37 Mary. I said, you guys should get on SSI and handicap you. I try to explain people.
Let me ask you a question though. So okay, if you get SSI, will that qualify you for EBT and all the other services?
Right,
and stuff?
right. It just started.
So you should be able to get Section 8.
Huh? I can just do the general. Wait, how am I gonna get Section 8?
I'm just saying.
How am I gonna get Section 8?
I'm saying, okay, you apply for Section 8, right?
No, I thought the process I got out of prison, but they told me it could be then at that time, it was over 20 years ago, they told me it'd be a 2 or 3 year wait. Discouraged me. So when I got it, I walked away. Now, that's a big mistake. I should apply because I'd have been in my place now.
Do you have a case worker that works on your case or whatever?
No. You mean case worker like SSI worker?
Yeah.
Of course I got a case worker, but she works on my case.
Well, you should contact her and say, hey, you know what? I need to be able to apply for other services that SSI people have access to and be bumped up. Yeah. You feel me? You ever tried general relief?
No, generally.
I mean, like, because the emergency housing. They got mercy housing for. They got some resources out here.
No, because my son Spreaker asked him every 2 years. Sometimes
You remember Stan, huh?
Yes.
That's how Stan was staying in the hotel over
No,
there.
I probably could have did that. My brother told my brother Dexter. I told Dexter the other day at Muhammad. He sat at the table we eating a bean pie. He asked me the same thing you said. I said, Dexter, I could have been got that. I was trying to explain to him. I know a lot of people back then who got places. Harry, I can name a lot of people got places. Smokey, who stood behind the church right here for years. Smokey, behind the parking lot, the church. Sal all them. Sal ended up with a place. Sal's homeless again now. Homegirl, she had a place. She had a year's contract. I can name 1,000 people I know personally that got places. That ended up places. Standing thing, I could have did the hotel thing. There's a lot of people I could name, I won't say their name, who ended up in the hotel and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But that was lasting for so long. The homeless guy here, 10 days. They gave him a voucher for 10 days, last 10 days.
So let me. Have you applied for any of the programs like the tiny homes and?
No, never heard of it.
Yeah, well, they got the tiny homes in L.A. They already told them that they gotta disperse this $1 billion that they grant that they got from the federal government. But I mean, it's hard to.
I don't want to end up in L.A. I don't want to end up in L.A. Like I was telling the other guy, I got my brother place. My brother's been there for 3 years. A nice place. He tried to help me. He gave me.
Why not?
Number one, I got to where to park my car. Like I told my mama back then. My mom tried to get me another. She gonna pay my rent. I said, Mama, I want to have my truck. I said, Mama, I can pay your rent. I don't need you to pay my rent. She always kept asking me. She can give me a room. I'll pay the rent for you, Darren. I said, Mama, I can pay your rent. I don't need you to pay my rent. I told my mama. She tried to get me out. My sister Pam lived with the same hotel my mom. Tried to, can I get it? Come on out here. You know what I mean? My brother.
So let me ask you a question. So what it is that you still want your independence. That's what
Right, I
you're
got
saying.
where to park my good. I got what.
So you want to still be able to park it, get your car. You just got the van.
The van and the truck. Like when they're late, I mean, I gotta leave my stuff here. Come every 2 days to warm my vehicle up. I gotta warm them up. They gonna go dead on me. I gotta come out just to warm them up. Because I did with that.
So, but you can't take the truck to L.A.
Nowhere to park it.
They on street parking?
Ain't got
No. LA got you.
Man, get you a little what they call them little month parking
Yeah,
passes.
my brother would tell me it costs too much money.
How much is a month park? I don't know. I never parked in L.A. like
yeah,
that.
back then, you know what I mean? Say it costs money. You park a monthly thing. You know what I mean?
So they can't give you no vouchers or nothing
voucher for what?
to park.
No, where my brother is, the only person who got parking there, Dr. Terry told me, he said, the only person who got parking here, people who's paying $1,500 or more cash and not on no income, they paying a full amount of rent.
Yeah, that's
they got
scandalous.
parking here.
Yeah, that's
in the new
scandalous
building.
right
He
there.
That's
did.
great. We're here in Pasadena.
Huh?
We're here in Pasadena. I rent parking space at my church. $100 a month.
I could go same thing over. I can go Raymond Villa, and same thing. The pastor, what we could tell you. I was gone for. I'm gonna be gone like for 40 some days, 50 some days. He wanted $25 a month. The pastor Raymond Villa, no, he could have. As soon as I got there, I came home the next day. You know what I mean? He's reasonable, the pastor. You know, my sister, my nieces, all of them. You know what I mean? They park their cars and stuff all there and they pay them. You know what I mean? You know, I understand like what you said. You know,
Yeah.
they don't charge that much. You know.
Yeah.
My thing in L.A., I don't know how much they're gonna charge. But I don't think it's $100 a month. I think it's more than that. Seriously, real talk.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
They want 15, 10, something like that to park there for so many hours. You can imagine what they want for you to park all day, you know, all night. You know.
So, Cal, let me ask you this question. So, how long you think that?
I don't want to share a bathroom, none of that kind of mess.
So you still want your privacy and independence?
Yeah, I want to do like I got that before.
So all those, what would you call them? Come on, Troy, help me
I
out.
want like my brother. My brother got a place.
All the programs that
all the programs
that the city, the county, and the state
have all these stipulations. You got to share bathrooms and this and that and that.
You get your like Harry, Smokey, Sal, all them. They all have apartments. Their own apartment. Randy, all of them got their own apartment. Nice places, all to themselves. Kitchen. My brother Terry, kitchen, studio.
And they got it. They got it through the programs.
Right, his own bathroom, his own everything.
And
That's
or
how I
Ron's
want it.
asking you, why aren't you getting these same using the same programs they're using?
Huh?
Why aren't you taking advantage of the same programs they're taking advantage of?
No, I met the guy, my brother. He met, got my information, met him. He came in a police car, picked me up, took me out there because he worked police. He took me out to L.A. and took me out there. I signed the papers. We went through this little gate thing, this housing thing. I signed the papers and everything. They took pictures of me and all that. You know, when he found the place.
How long ago was this?
Oh, it has to be like 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. How long? Okay, 4 or 5 years ago. How
I had
long?
my truck.
Did they find you a place or no?
Oh no, he kept saying he got there. He said, damn, exactly what he told me. He said, damn, I wouldn't take it because because it's not a bathroom. You got to share a bathroom. You know what I mean? I said, nah, but he knew I didn't want that. I already told him already. I want like Terry, my brother. Nice, like new building. Like
But you know what? Can I? To me,
brother Ronald, he got.
That's a start. That's a start. I take it better than nothing.
But I really want to be in LA. So if he wanted to, I probably turned it all down anyway because I didn't want to be in LA.
No,
I've got
a friend.
Why you don't like LA?
Huh?
You ain't feeling LA like that?
No, the point is, like I said, my cars and stuff. I just don't want to come every 2 or 3 days to warm up my thing. I've been in LA. Get to the point I got to come and warm my cars up. I got to do that.
I'm just trying to figure out. You can't find a place, a street in LA you can park your cars and they'll be safe.
When I was in LA, when I was go out there, LA, my sister was living and stuff. Before she passed, I'll be all the way down in LA. I'll stand at I forgot what it is. It's some kind of union station. I was living there because the court sent me there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I caught a case. I was there and turned around. You could all them cars, abandoned cars, all kinds of stuff. It was no streets were full. Cars was running. All them streets was packed with cars, both sides, all downtown. I'm talking about.
So let me ask you a question. What is going to take for you to go out there? You say your son in Alabama?
No, in Texas.
In Texas.
What
part? What part?
I don't know. He acting the same thing. I don't know part of Texas.
So just whatever city in Texas. What is going to take for your son to get you down there?
Like I said, I've been thinking. You know, they already told me a long time ago. Pops come back. We send you a ticket. They already gonna pay for the ticket. And when they come up years ago, Thanksgiving, I told them to send me the money. I don't want to come out.
It sounds like he gonna have to come in and get him. His son had to come here and actually.
So if your son came down here and got you, would you go back with him?
I'll probably go without my son get me because like I said, I talked to my son at night. I talked to my son at the phone. I need that money. I already thought about it. I said, I probably need to just go out there and see how it is.
If your son came out here, would you go home with him?
My son came out, I probably would go back with him. You know, not to live.
How you know though?
Have
you ever been to Texas?
No, but I said I wouldn't.
Well, you know, you might go out there and
like
find you a chick.
If I like it, I wouldn't come back.
Yeah.
What I mean by that mean, when if I go back with my son, my intention is not going out there to stay. I just go out there to see how it is. But I like it out there, I wouldn't come back. All my stuff is storage and all that stuff. What do you mean? I'll leave my car.
Oh, just come back and get your cars.
Nah, I wouldn't even want that.
So, okay, I'll tell you what. If your son came out here to get you to move to Texas, not to come look at it, to come to Pop, let's go. You live in, you come to Texas.
No, I wouldn't.
Would you go?
No, I wouldn't just go.
That's what I wanted to hear you. That's what I wanted to hear you say.
Yeah, you ain't gonna go, Cat.
Yeah,
You just, I don't know, man. You ain't going.
I don't know. It all depends what kind of mood he catch me in. You know, that makes a difference.
To me personally, you gotta be willing to do your change, because you know anytime you relocate, there's gonna be some give and take in everywhere.
Yeah.
You feel me? You leave California, hey, I'm leaving the weather, but guess what? This is better here. You feel me? You got to weigh it out. Stability. Which one is more important to you?
You got family and stability.
Which one is more important? Living this way or living this way? Yeah, I don't have the beach, I don't have the sunshine, but guess what? Life is easier for me here than it is there.
How often do people use the beach? How often do they actually go to the beach? They talk about, we got the beach. How often do they actually go?
Man, I was at the beach.
I mean, the average person.
But I'm saying, the traffic was so crazy, I damn near tapped out. I'm talking about 2 hours, not even gonna say 2 hours, but an hour and some to go to the beach.
You went there yesterday?
I won't go to the beach on
Sunday.
I won't go on Sunday.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It's on a Monday or Wednesday. I don't want to do it.
But when I got out there, I said it was worth it. You know,
Right,
it was overcast. It was nice. When I left here, it was hot. I got out there, it was overcast. It was beautiful.
Probably God sent me a message by me making that phone call again. You know what I mean? But my brother got telling me, my sister, my son got telling me again. Pop, if you telling me to move here, Pop, come stay with us. She's telling me. She always tell me, Pop, come stay with us. You know what I mean? She the one who first told me, Pop, come visit us. When first,
How many kids you got? How many kids you got? Okay,
Huh? Only got one son.
Just your son? Okay.
Yeah, she said, we got room for you. She always tell me, you know what I mean? Especially when they got they bought the 4 or 5 bedroom. She suggested, Pop, come look at our new place. Come visit, Pop. We send you a ticket. We pay for the ticket. I tell them 2 or 3 days later. They told me to think about it. Just send me the money. You know. I'm talking like that. No mention so sad about it. My thing is, I'm not disabled. I'm not blind. Like my brother Terry on dollars every 3 days.
Which brother?
Brother Terry.
Okay.
He goes dollars every 3 times a week. He goes dollars. You know, this guy wanted to take him to Panama somewhere, but I said, Terry, you can't take you to Panama. Guy found an apartment for him. I said, you can't take him to Panama because you're on dollars. You got to find a place out there. Then your SSI. It's different with him. He can retire. He works for the police all that. He got to get there. He can retire and take his wife and move to Panama and buy a house out there. But you would like to tell me who gonna take care of you? I said, Anthony, never Anthony. I said, Anthony is not gonna do that. You gotta get $1 for it, which is every 3 days. Then you got your income, which you're on SSI now. You gotta get that taken care of. But getting to make long story short is, I can go to Texas because I'm not on dollars. I don't have to, you know. Until the point, it's really nothing stopping me from going. My mom always tell me, son, nothing's stopping you. You know, my mom always tell me.
Now, your mom, did she ever go out there to Texas? She went out there and visit?
No, my mom.
I know she passed,
yeah.
but did she ever go out there and visit?
No.
She
My
never.
family's not from Texas.
I know that, but your son was out there.
My son is out there. My son just got out of prison 2 or 3 years ago.
How long did he stay in prison?
He stayed in prison with Dexter close to 8 years.
Okay.
And Dexter talking about that the other day at Muhammad. You know what I mean? My brother Dexter did 18 years. You know what I mean? Straight. You know what I mean? For the Fed. And we was talking, Dexter, Muhammad talking about that. We did our being.
So all the boys have been in jail before or something?
Huh? Ronald been in prison. Dennis been in prison. I mean, Dennis on the next yard with me. He come to the gate and just talk in Avenal.
Damn.
I play basketball. Dennis will call me. I go to the gate and talk to him. You know what I mean? Well, yeah. Well, all the boys to Rex one on the bus had the bus company on the house who was living real good. He ain't never been in prison. He had nice cars and shit. You know what I mean? Rex lived good. You know what I mean? Rex was like you a businessman.
Well, look, man, we're finna wrap this thing up, man. But it was good talking to you, Cat. I appreciate you telling your story and everything, man. And you know, I really would consider my son's offer.
All right, I can tell you. After I hung up on him, I've been thinking.
Well, that's step one. That's step one.
Yeah, I really would.
Take the phone call to simply say, I should go out there, at least go see how it is. Instead of keep telling them no.
Yeah.
You know,
And I sound like to me and your son was just like, you know, Dad, you know, come check me out, man. You might like it out here.
Right.
You know, and sometimes I think us as black men, we have a hard time accepting help, especially from our younger generation, especially our kids. You feel me? But sometimes it happens that way. That's just how life is.
You have to put your ego aside.
What makes me feel good about what makes me don't feel real bad about it, because she's wife. His wife tells me, Pop, why are you going through this? Come stay with us. She told me the other night. She told me before, come stay with me. I kept said, Pop, we send you a ticket. At least come visit. We'll pay for it. It's always her telling me to come. You know what I mean? My son said, Pop, we can tell you to come out there. But I like it to a point it sounded, when she said it sounded legit. You know what I mean? She really mean it. Come stay with us. It's just me who always keep putting it on. I think about it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say one thing to you. I'm going to go back to what you said. God is not punishing you. You're punishing yourself.
Think so?
No,
I think he's punished me for something I've done years ago.
What I think is ridiculous.
I live good. I had sports cars, all kinds of things. Everything just weird.
God forgives.
Yeah.
Beautiful
woman, baby mama,
stop
all
punishing
that.
yourself.
You know, I had it easy.
Stop punishing
yourself. You know, I mean, I was growing up. You know, Just the first time. Even when I go to prison, even when I smoke about cocaine, I was comfortable with myself. I didn't care about nothing.
You know,
issue.
man.
Just when I lost my truck, I got to the point I start seeing things in a different
That's
way.
when it hits you.
But you know what, man? To me personally, I for a long time I thought all black people were poor. Real talk. I didn't really realize that until I got maybe about in the 8th grade. I said, "Oh, it's just us. It's just us." But coming up in the 70s, right? All the kids around us, we was all on the same level. So nobody like looked down on nobody.
Nobody, right.
Everybody had roaches.
We were raised,
you know what I'm saying?
It was raised differently.
It was different.
We were
you know what I'm
raised
saying?
differently.
We was all cool with each other. But the reality thing is, at one point, you must make a choice in life. Either you choose to succeed or you choose to fail. One or the other.
I still don't want to. I didn't choose.
You make a choice.
I want to succeed. I need to win me some money and get me a truck and get back to rolling. You know what I mean? I win millions of dollars. You know what I mean?
See, you're choosing the how. The how's that up to you? Just choose what you want. So you're saying the only way I'm going to make it through the lottery or win this money.
No.
That's what you just
said.
said.
You're right.
That's what
That's
you
what I'm
said.
saying. Right.
Don't worry about the how. Make up your mind to go.
Mm-hmm. And me personally, I will go and just see, and just put my eyes on it and say, you know what?
What you got to do? Go visit. What do you have? You have nothing to lose, and everything.
I'm telling people, just go visit.
Go visit. Go see.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't like, guess what? You can have your old life back.
Yeah.
If you don't like, that's one thing about it. You always have your old life back.
Your van out here waiting on you.
Right.
You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose, and everything to gain.
Right.
All right, man. Well, look, we're gonna wrap this up, man. Cat ass, like I said, I appreciate you doing the interview with us.
Thank you.
I'm brother Ron, the OG barber. And that's brother Troy, the OG barber. That's brother Darren, right?
Darren.
Cat eyes from the streets.
Yeah.
We signing off.
Right.
All right.